The Big Bang Theory remains one of television's most beloved sitcoms, remembered for its sharp humor, brilliant characters, and heartfelt stories about friendship, love, and growing up. Centered on a group of socially awkward scientists and the world that slowly expands around them, the series turns science, comic books, video games, and everyday awkwardness into moments filled with laughter, warmth, and unforgettable charm. Today, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, memorable roles, and the legacies they built, while also honoring the beloved actors who are no longer with us. Let's return to the apartments, the university halls, the comic book store, and the unforgettable friendships that made this series one of television's most iconic and heartfelt comedies. Jim Parsons brought brilliance, precision, and unexpected emotional warmth to Sheldon Cooper, the eccentric physicist whose rigid routines, sharp intelligence, and unforgettable bazinga turned him into one of television's most iconic comedy characters. Born James Joseph Parsons on the 24th of March 1973 in Houston, Texas, he was 34 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2007. With his exact timing, expressive face, and carefully controlled voice, Parsons made Sheldon more than a difficult genius. He made him vulnerable, strangely innocent, and deeply human. The character could be arrogant, stubborn, and socially unaware, yet beneath every awkward reaction was a loneliness that slowly turned into friendship, love, and growth. Across 12 seasons, Parsons shaped the heart of the series and earned 4 Primetime Emmy Awards for his performance. After leaving the role in 2019, he continued acting and producing, including his work as narrator and executive producer of Young Sheldon. As of July 2026, Jim Parsons is 53 years old. His legacy remains tied to intelligence, discipline, and a performance that made millions laugh while quietly touching their hearts. Johnny Galecki brought warmth, nervous charm, and quiet emotional honesty to Leonard Hofstadter, the brilliant physicist whose intelligence was often matched by insecurity, sarcasm, and a deep need to be understood. Born John Mark Galecki on the 30th of April, 1975, in Brie, Belgium, and raised in Illinois, he was 32 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2007. With his soft voice, expressive reactions, and natural comic timing, Galecki made Leonard feel like the emotional center of the group. He could be awkward, frustrated, and painfully self-conscious, especially beside Sheldon's overwhelming personality. Yet his kindness and patience gave the story much of its heart. Across 12 seasons, he helped shape one of television's most beloved friendships and one of its most memorable romantic storylines with Penny. Before this role, Galecki was already well known as David Healy on Roseanne, a performance that showed his gift for playing sensitive, layered characters. As of July 2026, Johnny Galecki is 51 years old. His legacy remains tied to sincerity, intelligence, and a performance that made Leonard both relatable and quietly unforgettable. Kaley Cuoco brought brightness, humor, and effortless emotional warmth to Penny, the confident young woman whose charm helped balance the awkward brilliance of the scientists around her. Born Kaley Christine Cuoco on the 30th of November 1985 in Camarillo, California, she was 21 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 2007. With her sharp comic timing, natural confidence, and expressive reactions, Cuoco made Penny feel lively, relatable, and full of heart. At first, the character seemed like the friendly neighbor chasing an acting dream. But over time, she grew into a stronger, wiser woman who learned to build her own path. Her humor often came from honesty, but her kindness gave the group a sense of warmth they badly needed. Across 12 seasons, Cuoco helped turn Penny into one of the show's most beloved characters and an essential part of its emotional center. After the series ended, she earned major acclaim for The Flight Attendant, proving her range beyond sitcom comedy. As of July 2026, Kaley Cuoco is 40 years old. Her legacy remains tied to charm, resilience, and a performance that made Penny unforgettable. Simon Helberg brought nervous energy, playful confidence, and surprising emotional depth to Howard Wolowitz, the aerospace engineer whose bold fashion, sharp jokes, and restless need for attention made him instantly memorable. Born Simon Maxwell Helberg on the 9th of December 1980 in Los Angeles, California, He was 26 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2007. With his expressive face, quick delivery, and fearless physical comedy, Helberg turned Howard into far more than a comic sidekick. At first, the character was awkward, flirtatious, and often overconfident, but over time, he grew into a devoted husband, father, and friend. His journey from insecure showman to emotionally grounded man gave the series some of its sweetest moments. Across 12 seasons, Helberg balanced humor with vulnerability and helped make Howard one of the show's most distinctive characters. Beyond the sitcom, he earned praise for his performance in Florence Foster Jenkins and continued building a thoughtful career in film and television. As of July 2026, Simon Helberg is 45 years old. His legacy remains tied to comic precision, warmth, and a character who matured without losing his unforgettable charm. Kunal Nayyar brought sweetness, nervous humor, and quiet vulnerability to Raj Koothrappali, the shy astrophysicist whose romantic heart and social struggles made him one of the show's most endearing characters. Born Kunal Nayyar on the 30th of April, 1981, in London, England, and raised in New Delhi, India, he was 26 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2007. With his gentle voice, expressive reactions, and natural sense of comedy, Nayyar turned Raj into more than the friend who could not speak to women without alcohol. He made the character sensitive, lonely, funny, and deeply human. Raj often dreamed of love, friendship, and acceptance, and his awkward honesty gave many scenes both humor and tenderness. Across 12 seasons, Nayyar helped bring warmth and emotional contrast to the group, showing a man slowly learning to find confidence in himself. After the series ended, he continued working in film, television, and voice acting, including roles in Criminal, UK, and Trolls. As of July 2026, Kunal Nayyar is 45 years old. His legacy remains tied to charm, sincerity, and a character whose softness made him unforgettable. Mayim Bialik brought intelligence, awkward tenderness, and quiet emotional strength to Amy Farrah Fowler, the brilliant neuroscientist whose unusual honesty slowly became one of the show's greatest sources of heart. Born Mayim Bialik on the 12th of December 1975 in San Diego, California, she was 34 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 2010. With her gentle delivery, precise comic timing, and thoughtful expressions, Bialik made Amy feel both strange and deeply lovable. At first, the character seemed almost as distant and socially rigid as Sheldon, but over time she revealed warmth, longing, humor, and a powerful desire to be loved. Her relationship with Sheldon gave the series some of its most touching and memorable moments, showing growth without losing what made both characters unique. Beyond acting, Bialik holds a Ph.D. in neuroscience, which gave her performance an unusual authenticity. She also became known for Blossom, Call Me Kat, and her work as a host. As of July 2026, Mayim Bialik is 50 years old. Her legacy remains tied to intelligence, sensitivity, and a character whose quiet transformation made her unforgettable. Melissa Rauch brought sharp humor, fierce energy, and unexpected sweetness to Bernadette Wolowitz, the brilliant microbiologist whose tiny frame and gentle appearance hid one of the strongest personalities in the group. Born Melissa Ivy Rauch on the 23rd of June 1980 in Marlborough Township, New Jersey. She was 29 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 2009. With her high-pitched voice, fearless comic timing, and quick emotional shifts, Rauch made Bernadette instantly memorable. At first, the character seemed shy and soft-spoken, but she soon revealed ambition, confidence, and a surprising ability to take control of any room. Her relationship with Howard gave the series both hilarious arguments and deeply tender family moments, showing how love could help both characters grow. Across the later seasons, Rauch turned Bernadette into far more than a supporting role. She became one of the show's brightest and most beloved figures. After the series ended, she continued her career in comedy and television, including Night Court. As of July 2026, Melissa Rauch is 46 years old. Her legacy remains tied to wit, strength, and a performance that made Bernadette unforgettable. Kevin Sussman brought dry humor, awkward tenderness, and quiet sadness to Stuart Bloom, the struggling comic book store owner whose nervous smile and lonely honesty made him one of the show's most unexpectedly beloved characters. Born on the 4th of December, 1970, in New York City, he was 38 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2009. With his hesitant voice, tired expression, and perfectly understated comic timing, Sussman made Stewart feel both funny and painfully real. The character often seemed unlucky in love, money, and confidence. Yet beneath his self-deprecating jokes was a kind heart and a deep desire to belong. Over time, Stewart became more than a background figure. He became part of the group's emotional world, adding humor, vulnerability, and a different kind of warmth to the story. Before and beyond this role, Sussman was also known for playing Walter on Ugly Betty and for appearances in film and television. As of July 2026, Kevin Sussman is 55 years old. His legacy remains tied to gentle comedy, honesty, and a character whose loneliness made his small moments of happiness feel especially meaningful. John Ross Bowie brought sharp wit, eccentric confidence, and wonderfully strange comic energy to Barry Kripke, the brilliant physicist whose rivalry with Sheldon became one of the show's most memorable recurring jokes. Born on the 30th of May, 1971, in New York City, he was 37 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2009. With his distinctive speech, dry delivery, and fearless comic timing, Bowie turned Kripke into far more than a simple workplace rival. The character could be smug, sarcastic, and deliberately irritating, yet his intelligence and unexpected charm made every appearance stand out. Whether challenging Sheldon, mocking his ego, or quietly proving he was just as capable, Kripke added a different kind of humor to the science world of the series. Beyond this role, Bowie built a strong television career with memorable work in Speechless, The Heat, and many comedy projects. As of July 2026, John Ross Bowie is 55 years old. His legacy remains tied to clever character comedy, bold choices, and a recurring role that became unforgettable through voice, timing, and attitude. Christine Baranski brought elegance, sharp intelligence, and icy emotional control to Dr. Beverly Hofstadter, Leonard's brilliant mother, whose calm voice often felt more intimidating than anger. Born Christine Jane Baranski on the 2nd of May 1952 in Buffalo, New York, she was 57 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 2009. With her precise delivery, commanding presence, and effortless dry humor, Baranski made Beverly both hilarious and painfully believable. The character could be distant, analytical, and emotionally unavailable, especially toward Leonard. Yet her scenes revealed the complicated sadness behind a family shaped more by intellect than affection. Every appearance brought tension, wit, and a different kind of sophistication to the story. Long before this role, Baranski had already built a celebrated career on stage and screen, earning acclaim for Sybil, The Good Wife, Mamma Mia, and her award-winning theater work. As of July 2026, Christine Baranski is 74 years old. Her legacy remains tied to grace, intelligence, and a performance that made even the coldest moments unforgettable. Laurie Metcalf brought warmth, sharp humor, and quiet emotional strength to Mary Cooper, Sheldon's deeply religious mother, whose simple words often carried more wisdom than anyone expected. Born Laura Elizabeth Metcalf on the 16th of June 1955 in Carbondale, Illinois, she was 52 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 2007. With her gentle Southern tone, patient expression, and perfectly timed reactions, Metcalf made Mary feel loving, stubborn, and completely real. The character often struggled to understand Sheldon's brilliant but difficult mind, yet her devotion to him never wavered. She could be firm, funny, and deeply protective, bringing a sense of home and humanity whenever she appeared. Long before playing Sheldon's mother, Metcalf had already earned acclaim as Jackie Harris on Roseanne, a role that showed her rare ability to mix comedy with emotional truth. She also built a respected career in theater and film, earning praise for performances in Lady Bird and on Broadway. As of July 2026, Laurie Metcalf is 71 years old. Her legacy remains tied to honesty, warmth, and a motherly presence that made every scene feel grounded and sincere. Wil Wheaton brought playful arrogance, sharp humor, and a wonderfully self-aware charm to the fictionalized version of himself, turning his appearances into some of the show's most entertaining recurring moments. Born Richard William Wheaton III on the 29th of July, 1972, in Burbank, California, he was 37 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2009. With his relaxed confidence, mischievous smile, and willingness to make fun of his own public image, Wheaton became a perfect rival for Sheldon. The character often appeared smug, clever, and deliberately provoking, yet that tension gave their scenes a special comic spark. Over time, the rivalry softened into an unusual friendship, showing how even the most unlikely relationships could grow. Long before joining the series, Wheaton was already well known as Wesley Crusher in Star Trek: The Next Generation, and for his role in Stand By Me. He later built a respected career as a writer, voice actor, host, and advocate for mental health awareness. As of July 2026, Wil Wheaton is 53 years old. His legacy remains tied to geek culture, honesty, and a performance that turned a celebrity cameo into something genuinely memorable. Carol Ann Susi brought unforgettable humor, force, and surprising warmth to Mrs. Debbie Wolowitz, Howard's unseen mother, whose booming voice became one of the show's most recognizable comic signatures. Born on the 2nd of February 1952 in Brooklyn, New York, she was 55 years old when audiences first heard her in the role in 2007. Although she was almost never seen on screen, Susi created a character so vivid that Mrs. Wolowitz felt fully alive in every shouted line, every complaint, and every loving insult directed at Howard. Her voice could sound demanding, overbearing, and hilariously loud, yet beneath the noise was the unmistakable presence of a mother who loved her son fiercely. That rare ability to make an invisible character feel essential showed Susi's remarkable comic instinct and emotional skill. Before this role, she had appeared in many television shows, including Seinfeld, Cheers, and Grey's Anatomy. Carol Ann Susi died on the 11th of November 2014 after battling cancer. She was 62 years old. Her legacy remains tied to a voice fans never forgot, and a character who proved that sometimes the strongest presence does not need to be seen. Brian George brought warmth, authority, and dry comic charm to Dr. V.M. Koothrappali, Raj's wealthy and traditional father, whose video calls often revealed both family pressure and unexpected affection. Born on the 1st of July 1952, in Jerusalem, he was 55 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 2007. With his calm voice, expressive reactions, and perfectly measured humor, George made Raj's father feel stern, loving, and wonderfully memorable. The character could be demanding, proud, and old-fashioned, especially when discussing Raj's choices. Yet beneath his sharp remarks was a parent who cared deeply for his son. His appearances added a wider family world to Raj's story and gave the series moments of cultural humor, generational tension, and surprising tenderness. Beyond this role, George built a long and versatile career in television, film, and voice acting, with memorable work as Babu Bhatt on Seinfeld and as the voice of Guru Pathak in Avatar: The Last Airbender. As of July 2026, Brian George is 74 years old. His legacy remains tied to versatility, warmth, and a recurring character who made every family scene feel richer and more alive. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Big Bang Theory cast and the stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest moment, or most memorable scene from the series in the comments. See you in the next video.